now you got Bud Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know.
Man, great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, Coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, Blake Islam, he looked at excellent.
Is there anybody
the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, Coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to
If he
160.
go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
Stay away from it. And by the way, there's this brother coming up, Molly. His name is Bud Ennis. This brother's special. You don't want to go in the ring against after that beating. Molly, it was so bad. I swear to y'all, I am not exaggerating.
Terence Bud Crawford has surprised everyone once more. Right after the biggest victory of his life, when he beat Canelo Alvarez and made history as the first fighter to hold all the belts in 3 weight classes, Crawford went on a live interview and finally said what fans had been hoping for.
Spiritually, mentally, you think that might have affected Canelo, or that was just a skill difference was too wide?
You know, I do think he was a little mentally tired. He's been at that level for a long time. He fought 11 fights in 4 years. That's a lot.
Timing was perfect for Crawford.
Yeah.
He said it himself at the press conference. He said timing was everything. Perfect timing, everything.
That's right.
His whole career was on timing.
He was mentally tired, but you got to give Crawford his credit, man. To keep your mind that mentally fresh and sharp and go out there and perform like that, that's a win itself. Not even just beating your opponent. For your mind to be that fresh, come fight next. It's a reason.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so
Yeah, it's good.
it's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he can do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not.
He is ready to fight Jaron Bud Ennis. That is right. One of the most avoided boxers in the sport. One of the most dangerous young champions around. And now the man many already call the greatest is setting his sights on Bud's next. This fight could be a passing of the torch. Could be a clash of styles. Or it could be the moment Crawford proves once and for all that no one can beat him. Let us go through it all. Terence Crawford did not just beat Canelo Alvarez. He turned boxing upside down. Before that fight, everyone had doubts. Could a guy who built his name at 135, 140, and 147 really handle a natural 168-pound beast like Canelo?
Are you going to the Crawford parade on Saturday? I believe I am going. Yes, I believe that I am going. I have to look at my schedule and stuff.
But Crawford did not just get through it. He took control. He was smarter, sharper, and better than Canelo for all 12 rounds and won the fight without any doubt.
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time, for sure.
That victory did not only earn him Canelo's undisputed title. It locked him in as the best fighter in the world right now, pound for pound. No arguments, no doubts. Crawford is the top guy.
Virtuoso fight. Terence never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a super.
And once that fight ended, the question was no longer whether he is great. The question was whether he is the greatest ever. But being great always puts a target on your back.
Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to
Jaron "Boots" Ennis has been chasing Crawford for years, still undefeated. 34 wins with 30 knockouts. A fighter so feared at welterweight that others have openly said they do not want to face him. Boots is quick, powerful, and ruthless in the ring. And he is only 27 years old at the peak of his career.
With Crawford, but Ennis always says he's got a completely different style, and the only similarity is they both switch. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that. Me personally, I think that Terence Crawford boxes a hell of a lot more in the moment, phenomenal fighter in the moment, and I think Ennis is a lot more.
Fans have always asked what would happen if Crawford, the skilled veteran, goes up against Boots, the eager young fighter. And now that is no longer just a dream. Crawford himself has said yes to making the fight real.
What about the Terence Bud Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering those questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not.
In a live interview right after the Canelo fight, Crawford did not avoid the question. When asked about Boots, he said he is open to the match. The boxing world lost its mind. Why? Because Crawford does not need to take this fight. He could quit today with a perfect record of 42-0 and leave as a legend. But instead, he is talking about Boots, the fighter most others will not even name.
Do you respect him as, like, when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so...
I understand it, but don't lie or cap to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called, and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So like, I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but don't.
That is correct. Boots trained and sparred with Canelo's team to get ready for Bud. He was part of the strategy to solve the puzzle of Crawford.
What do you like watching now?
Terence Crawford, one of my favorites to watch now. I love Terence Crawford, and I like to watch NUA too. NUA can fight. And you know who else I like to watch though? I like to watch Boots.
Oh, okay.
Boots, I love watching Boots. Boots got game. People don't understand Boots got game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Boots, every now and then he messes on defense a little bit, but Boots got game.
Boots versus Terence Crawford.
Now, Boots hasn't proven himself enough to tell me for me to say that he gonna beat Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a different kind of animal.
Proven.
You feel me? Proven stud. You understand where I'm coming from? But Boots, if anybody could be Bud in the future, it would probably be.
At what weight would Crawford versus Ennis actually take place? Boots is the current WBA welterweight champion at 147 pounds. Crawford left that weight class behind. He has been fighting at 154 and just surprised everyone at 168. There is no way he cuts all the way back down to welterweight. Most likely this fight happens at 154 pounds, maybe even 160. Boots has the body to move up. Crawford at 38 probably does not want to drain himself further. So 154 or 160 makes the most sense.
54, man, it's mine. 154 is mine, and they're gonna see, you know, and they're gonna see, you know, just stay tuned, and like I said, when I handle.
And honestly, that is where things become risky, because at heavier weights Crawford is slower but still very skilled. Boots is young, strong, and still filling out his body. That is what makes this fight so interesting. Here is a wild detail. Boots actually helped Canelo prepare for the Crawford fight.
How did that happen? What happened?
I cannot say much, but he called us and say if he can go and sparring with me and everything. I say, of course, right? a fighter like me, we always want great sparrings because there is the thing, right? And I have history with the family because 14 years ago, his older brother helped me for Sugar Shane Motley and Alfonso Gomez. So it's Derek Ennis. So he helped me. So he was 14 years old at that time, by the way. And it was good, very good. And I'm very grateful with him because he made that.
But the funny thing is Canelo still lost. So now picture this. Boots knows what it feels like to be in camp getting ready for Bud. Bud knows what it feels like to beat the fighter Boots was helping.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a fight you ain't gonna want to miss, man. One time, I told you the comeback 2025 is the key.
What do you think about Ennis joining Canelo for the Crawford camp?
Hey, good stuff. You think that matters? That's beautiful. Anywhere. That's beautiful, man. You know, when you. That's world class. That's, you know, I mean, it's the best switch hitter he can get. That's not his opponent, you know. It's champions working with champions, you know. In the modern day and age, man, you don't get that a lot, you know. It reminds me back when I was supposed to fight Marcos Maidana, and I got Sean Porter for sparring.
Thank you, boss.
You know, so I like it.
And then you have fighters like Boots himself telling Crawford to prove himself once more. Some analysts say Crawford has nothing left to show, but fans want to know if the older champion can handle the younger one. This is what makes boxing so great, these battles between different eras.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot, he's not me, you know, and I'm not him, so.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
Boots might see this as his chance for payback. Crawford might see it as making a statement. You helped the man who tried to beat me and I still won. Now I will beat you as well. The boxing world is talking non-stop. Some experts like Max Kellerman say Crawford should keep going. He has shown he can beat anyone at any weight. Others like Eddie Hearn say Crawford should stop now. Retire without a loss and protect his place in history.
You said it about Usyk. We've got a real tendency, haven't we, to kind of try and retire people off. Do you know what I mean? Like I said with Usyk, I think now he should retire. And everyone's like, why do you want him to retire? It's like, I just think it's a great way to go out. I actually also think that Crawford could move down and win a world title at 160. And that would make him, what, 6 division champ? 5, 35, 40, 47, 54, 6 division champion. But the problem is Terence Crawford now is really only going to want to fight for big money. And there's only certain fights that can generate that kind of money. So Shakur, he was obviously very close to him, seemed to say, so...
Crawford is a rare fighter who can switch stances easily. He fights both orthodox and southpaw. He studies his opponents, figures them out as the rounds go on, and then closes the fight with power.
Well, you know what? They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.